Piscataquag Land Conservancy, or PLC, is a private, nonprofit land conservation organization founded in 1970, making this year, 2020, our 50th anniversary year. We are located in New Boston, New Hampshire. We serve 23 towns, mostly in Hillsborough County. Our core work really has been for quite a while now as a land trust, that is, an organization that is permanently conserving and stewarding, when necessary, defending lands as open space. We have been conserving land from the very beginning. The organization was created as part of an effort to create what is now known as the New Boston Rail Trail.
The PWA, it was basically, in the beginning, a watershed-oriented organization to protect the rivers that flowed through New Boston and the watershed, the swamps and rivers and streams that formed the Piscataquag watershed. But in subsequent years, it was felt that we should branch out, and there were other opportunities to acquire open space and lands that we felt needed protecting. The PWA became the PLC.
It was about 10 years ago. The board of the Piscataquag Watershed Association made this decision to change the name of the organization to the Piscataquag Land Conservancy to reflect the fact that the organization had really become primarily focused on conserving land in perpetuity.
It's a super organization, and we're proud to be part of it, and we're real proud that this was the very first one. If you look at the numbers of all the hundreds of conservations you guys got, number one, right here.
All of PLC's properties that we own, which are 20 plus at this point and several thousand acres, are open to the public for basically all forms of recreation other than wheeled motorized vehicles are not allowed. But our lands are otherwise are open to the public for walking in the woods, nature observation. Some of our properties are open for things like mountain biking and horseback riding. All of our properties would be open to hunting and fishing in season to the state regulations. Our goal generally is for our lands to be available for people to enjoy in as many ways as safe and makes sense on those properties.
The amount of property that PLC has actually brought in since we started here has been extremely significant, and that's a real tribute to the area to have open space. It's so important to have land set aside that's preserved forever for open space, for animals, and for oxygen for the planet.
We are sponsoring anywhere from 16 to 20 public outings that are put together and led by volunteers, that are sort of organized opportunities to get outside on our properties with somebody guiding them. Often there's educational content to it. We've done wildflower ID walks, mushroom ID walks. We also do paddles in the summer. We do a fundraising event actually called the Rose Mountain Rumble, which for you cycling people out there is a, quote, gravel ride out on almost entirely on dirt roads.
This organization is just incredible, and it doesn't seem like 50 years, but here's to the next 150 and then some.
Right, yeah, we really appreciate all that the PLC is doing. It really makes a difference, and congratulations for the 50 years.
The 2020 is going to be remembered for a lot of reasons, but it is also the 50th anniversary of the PWA and the subsequent PLC.
So happy birthday, PLC.
Yeah.
Thank you to the founding generation that brought this organization into being 50 years ago for their foresight and their grassroots, let's get this done attitude that brought this organization into being.
It never did or would have occurred to me that 50 years later we were going to be celebrating a 50th anniversary for an organization with the significance of the Land Conservancy today. The beginnings may be small, but if you've got the right group of dedicated people willing to do hard work and show generosity, they can basically set up an evolution that is going to run all the way unbroken, save for a minor name change, to the Piscataqua Land Conservancy that we have today. Don't ever be discouraged by small beginnings. You can see what can happen.